everybody. Good morning, good morning, good morning. Back in the saddle here. Sit down a little bit. A little cold. But back again. Coffee, comics. What more could you ask for? Live on Instagram, TikTok. Good morning, good morning. We are going to draw some comics today. First, before I do that, let's go open this up. By the way, if you're new to VeeFriends, head on over to VeeFriends.com. Take a look at that real quick. Got the new children's book coming out July 16th. VeeFriends is over 280 characters created by Gary Vaynerchuk. You might know him on the internet as Gary V. All the characters have different soft skill traits, cool stuff, names, Tremendous Tiger, Pleasant Platypus here you can see. We also have the VeeFriends minis, trading card game, all kinds of stuff. And I'm the guy drawing the comics, so Comic Corner up here. On the website you can see the entire archive of all the comics we've been doing this. It's a daily comic strip that comes out Monday through Sunday. Hey Carly, what's up? Over on LinkedIn. And let me make sure I got my other chat up too. Are we live on TikTok? Good, yeah. Great. Great. Appreciate you guys watching. And I'm going to open up this mini. So I'm opening up season 1 because it's Flexing Fox week over on the comic. And Flexing Fox has his own mini. Oh, I don't know why I'm in that comic face. If you're not familiar with Flexing Fox, well, you know, he's always not so great with money or always buying stuff, looking pretty fly. So we're kind of exploring that this week. Topic of like flexing. Is it good, bad? What do you think? I'll check the chat in a little bit too. Hey, morning AJ Custom Rugs. Alright, let's see which one we got in here. We're trying to pull a Flexing Fox. And we did. We pulled a Bubblegum Flexing Fox today. We got 4 more of these to open today. There's 3 there. Whoop. Oh, there goes one. Goodbye. I'm going to be drawing the comic, but yeah, we pulled a Bubblegum Flexing Fox there. Put him on the pencil. By the way, if you're interested, people ask me how to get these minis. There's a map on the VeeFriends website. If you go to minis, the mini section, there's actually a find a store near you. There is these vending machines all over the country that have these in them. So, and you can also become a vendor if you want. There's some information on this page about it. It's really fun. It's one of my favorite things besides the comics and cards. And I'm DJ. I'm the artist here on VeeFriends. It's Flexing Fox week. It is definitely safe for your kids. This one smells like bubblegum, by the way. Just want to say. Yeah, we try to keep it, you know, all ages here. Great work, sir. Love the brand. Thank you. Over on Instagram. Raging Associations. It's a funny name. Alright, cool. So I'm going to be drawing the comic here, just kind of chilling, talking. I won't let the dog get it. The dog may or may not have ate a driven dragon the other day. Yeah, so this week we're doing Flexing Fox week. Take a look at this comic real quick. Because today I'm going to be drawing a follow-up to this comic. So there's this kid looking for his Riz. He'll never have Riz like his friends. So this was yesterday's comic. We'll look at today's comic too. build self-confidence. You know, basically the idea here is like, how do you build your self-confidence? It might start with something like a pair of glasses or a hat or something that's going to boost your confidence for a minute. So he lets the kid wear his shades, try these bad boys, and the kid immediately is like, yeah. So I need to actually grab this panel. So I'm going to just do that. I'm going to hang out here for a little bit. It's the first day that I haven't had like an annoying cough. So it started up last Monday. Got a little sick. Got the bad cold. But I'm back and I'm healthy. Feeling pretty good. By the way, if you're in the Kansas City area, I forgot to mention this. This weekend, the VeeFriends crew, we're going to be out at Collecticon. Kansas City Collecticon. June 22nd, 23rd. We're going to have the crew there. I'll be there drawing live. Draw some things for you. Got some surprises there. And I'm really looking forward to being out in person and meeting some new people. And we're kind of just getting on the road. People don't really know as much about VeeFriends, so that's one of the missions, is to kind of be out here live, be alive in person as well, to spread the message of VeeFriends. Yeah, so we were looking at that comic just in case you were following along. That's today's comic. Nope. Anyways, the kid immediately takes Fox's glasses and he's like, "Thanks, Fox, I won't forget you." He's like, "Oh no, what have I done?" Riz is gone. And so in today's comic, this is kind of like a little storyline, I guess. Today's comic, his card has been declined. It's got a gold credit card there. Gold credit card. It's been declined. He's at a sunglasses shop trying to throwing shades. And this poor young lady needs to tell him like he has insufficient funds. So, and he needs those specific shades. You can also see that there's some other shades. There's Swaggy Sea Lions shades over there. Also, Bear Venom and Bob's glasses are back there. I was trying to think of like the characters that we have that have glasses. She's like, "We have this budget pair that you can have instead." And he's like, "Oh man, I can't. I'll die of embarrassment if I'm wearing these." Like, no way. She's like, "Why not try a new style? What's the worst that can happen?" And then the worst that can happen to him is he died. He died broken, off-brand. I also I'm gonna take this and get this to the social team, because we could just like wipe that out, and then you could just have Fox worrying about all different kinds of things. Okay. So good morning, everybody. Hope you're gonna have a good day. What is it, Tuesday? I lose track of days. Mr. JPM, thank you. Thanking me. Thank you for watching. Appreciate it. Appreciate you guys liking the comic, sharing the comic. We're also like on Instagram specifically. You know, we're trying to have some conversation in the chat over there, or the comments of the comics. Kind of like a, you know, like a mini town hall or something like that. If you could think of it that way. So here we've got some rough drawing. I'm gonna go ahead and draw this kid in. So now he's like been to the top. He found true success thanks to Flexing Fox. So we're gonna go ahead and make another layer here. again, you're just kind of on these streams. It's just kind of joining me as I'm doing my work for the day. A little bit. People on TikTok jumping in and out. Welcome. Instagram. You're probably already following the account. So yeah, get into those comments and talk it up in there. What do you think of the topic of the day? Or did you ever know somebody that was like really insecure? Like, has your credit card ever declined? My credit card was actually declining the other day, or my debit card. I couldn't figure out why. I was like trying to buy some sandwiches and it declined, and I'm like, what? I was just too busy to deal with it. And then the bank called me and was like, hey, we locked your card because of some suspicious activity in your area or something. And I was like, what? So I got a new card for that. But it's always embarrassing when you're out somewhere and like your card declines. I'm like, I swear I'm not. We're gonna give him a different. He's kind of different hairstyle now. We want this kid to look fancy now. Also, the idea here with this kid is he's like totally kind of dressing like Flex and Fox. Ooh, okay. Looking good. Over there. Hey Petra, thank you. Thanks for watching. And as like I did it, I found the real key to success. So sometimes I'm gonna talk it out loud, like I'm trying to, if the dialogue's there, I'm trying to like figure out the expression that they might have. And in this case, it's just he's got a big cheesy smile. I did it. I found the real key to success. And Fox is like off panel saying like, yeah, thanks to me. And then the kid's gonna be wearing a chain, just like the Fox has. Whoops. We'll open that one up in a little bit. His chain is gonna say kid. Very much kind of wearing what Fox would wear, but it'll be a different color scheme, so it's got kind of like the fancy belts. That's it. The jacket just like Fox too, but it'll be like blue, I think. Oh, and his like wristbands. Fox also has those wristbands. Maybe instead of hands on the hips, we can have it with the hands on the glasses. So. Kind of a callback to the other strip. Duncan Deed said it's always interesting to see how many drafts go into the actual strip. Yeah, so in this case I'm in the process of, the roughs were already there, now I'm just kind of like molding the then we'll get into some inking. And then the coloring is. People ask all the time, how long does it take? And it's about, it could be five hours per strip, per daily strip, something like that, depending on if I noodle around with it too much here. Would I say, question from AJ was, would you say, is it positive or negative influence? The fox? So here's the thing, like, it's a tendency to say like, oh, people that are flexing are like jerks. Right, they're just being jerks. But there could be a level of insecurity there, right? Like, he's masking something else. But as a friend, so we always say inside at VeeFriends, we say at their best and at their worst, right? So Gary likes to frame the characters in that way, which I think is pretty brilliant way of doing character development. It makes it so much easier for me to kind of dwell on the character that way. So at his best, flexing fox is helping you get self-confidence. So that's kind of what we're starting out. I started out the week like, at his best, he's trying to help this kid with his self-confidence by boosting it with an item, right? Now, on the surface, or if you're like super like, oh, it's not the items that make you happy, it's not, but you sometimes need that little boost of, it's like a video game, like I was telling Andy yesterday. It's like sometimes in a video game, you got to get that little health point, that little apple or something to give you that little boost that you need, and then it runs out. So it's never going to be enough, like to totally power you through. Hey, Denisio, what's up, man? How are you? Thanks for popping in. Hope you're doing well. So yeah, this kid's like, I kind of want to have him like wearing a cape or something. It's like make a fancy fur. This kid's all. Since he can't have a tail, he's got like a freaking cape, fur cape. That's fun. Kid, he's like sparkling. Okay, some sparkles there. So he's gone from like this kid to that kid. Great. I don't really need this. And also reposition him a little bit because I think I want to show. Don't overthink this too much. Tilting it a little bit. It's just very subtle. It's just weird angle thing. Okay. Yeah, so I'm trying to explore it from both angles there, AJ. Like it's kind of what we'll be fleshing out this week. As far as maybe having some self-doubt too. Like, if you're like, who am I really? Like, I think we could have the fox exploring that a little bit. Like, wow, is that true? Like, if the kid says something, the kid's telling him something in this strip here that's kind of like, I didn't need all this stuff, I was just wearing a mask. I realized I was being fake. So now the fox feels like he's fake. But inside, he always felt like he was doing the right thing. So So now his feelings are hurt, and he's worried about what other people think of him. So that goes down into the other realm of, at his worst, he's worried about what everybody thinks of him. So he just keeps overcompensating for that, and then he's got to be pulled back by another V-friend or a friend. Could be a human too. But in this case, I kind of know the V-friend that's going to pull him back into reality. That you shouldn't really care about what other people think. Or it's probably also, like you'll see on the Instagram page too, like we have a meme that's up that says, people aren't really thinking about you as much as you think they are. We sometimes overthink that a bit. We make up stories in our own mind about like, oh, this person doesn't like me, or they think I'm, how can I impress them with, and they don't even care. You're not even really a thought in their mind, which can then that can feel both liberating when you realize that, but it can also feel kind of like a bummer, especially if you've been trying to impress people and then like it turns out all the action that you've taken meant nothing. That can be kind of a wake up moment for you. Such important lessons in life. You don't really know it when you're going through it. No pun intended, this is a lost form of art and I love it. Me too. I love it too. Keep up the good work. I'll try. I'm going to try my best. Comics are a lost form of art. I kind of feel like, comics are pretty timeless. It's just we don't look at them as much anymore, but don't get me started about comics. Don't even get me started. I really feel like I love animation. I love movies and TV and all that, but there's something about a comic strip, about 4 panels, and just a thoughtful little thing that you pin up, that you think about, that just stays with you. And also, it forces you as a creator and a writer to really boil down your idea to like, what's the core of this topic or joke, or what am I trying to get out of this? Am I trying to get people to laugh or think or escape a minute? So I'll be inking these first 2 panels here because I know it's probably not super exciting to watch me red penciling this. But I mean, to start from this rough here of the fox, he's kind of pissed and he's pointing like, give me those glasses back. Give me my shades back, man. It's kind of fun to draw them out. Somebody else asked if I ever get sick of drawing these characters, and I would say no. I really enjoy drawing them, almost to a obsession. I mean, we have over 280 characters, so hopefully at some point I'll be able to draw them all, but probably not. I probably won't be able to draw them all into a meaningful way. I mean, that's a lot of characters. I can't think of any other IP or creation like Even Looney Tunes and stuff like that probably had 50 or 60, maybe even that. 20 characters? So, yeah, Gary went ahead and made 280 characters to make it completely difficult for everybody. Nah, I mean, I think also, it's been said before from Gary that, we probably, maybe it's not meant that we'll see all the characters in our lifetime, or there's probably characters in the VeeFriends universe that fit better in different cultures, that might work better in India or, South Africa or something like that. Like there's characters that can be more culturally appropriate for their region that wouldn't make much sense if we try to force it into some stereotypical thing, but they might connect better with a kid from another place in the world, or an adult, the kid inside you. Hopefully that makes sense. It's something that Gary's definitely thought about. We have a lot of Australian characters, actually, which is interesting to me. I could see there being like I could personally see there being like a whole other different comic strip for, a whole other region. Maybe even in a different language. That would be super cool. I usually don't do that BS. Usually pretty confident lines, but I'm trying to decide if he's going to be wearing those stupid glasses again. I think so. Like he bought them. That's funny. He's kind of mad. Yeah, let's put those glasses on him. Those big, cartoony beach type sunglasses, It's like he had to go with something. Couldn't be glassesless. That's funny. Michael said super inspirational. Thank you. Yeah, life is weird, man. Like, sometimes I feel like I haven't even learned. I'm 48, Sometimes I feel old, sometimes I feel like pretty good. I'm like, alright. Like, I don't feel physically old. Sometimes we're made to feel like, oh, you guys are old people, you don't understand things. And I'm like, oh man, I've got enough wisdom now that I know things. But I also kind of feel like it's just the tip of the iceberg. I'm still learning. There's still lessons to be learned every day. Probably till the day we exit. Or you revisit stuff. You revisit things. Like you revisit parenting. Too. Like all my kids are fully grown. Well, not my stepsons. This is a whole other different generation. Like my 26-year-old isn't the same as the 14-year-olds now, that's for sure. So it's also just culture changes and time changes, and my art friends are upset about AI, and not worried about it because, like somebody else said there, this is an art form that I'm doing, so I'm not really worried that there's no joy in watching a thing come together in 2 seconds and then being like half good. I think it'd be better to sit here and have a conversation with you while I draw these out. It's a lot more fun to me. I'll talk to you, answer your questions, whatever. What movie would you want redone with Sesame Street characters? That's an interesting question. Tyler over on YouTube said that. What movie would I want to have redone with Sesame Street characters? I'm gonna say something funny like Fight Club or fantasy stuff is too easy. I'm gonna make this fox a little bit bigger. These kids, they need to be a little bit bigger. I'm gonna pull these balloons up top here and just take their text. Oops, wrong text. Nope. Move that up a little bit. What about like The Godfather? Godfather 2 with Sesame Street characters. How about that? What advice would I give a 30-year-old trying to make it as a painter? I guess it depends on what you're painting or what you're trying to do with it. Make it as a painter, I assume you mean make a full-time living as a painter. First thing I would say is draw every day or paint every day. And then I would probably try to learn as much as possible. I would try to learn as much as possible how to make content around what you're doing and telling your story. So you just told part of your story there. I'm a 30-year-old who's trying to make it as a painter. So you gotta ask yourself why and all that stuff and answer those questions privately first and then tell your story publicly. Because that's what really connects. The art, I hate to say it, is such a commodity. There's so much art out there, different styles, and it's very subjective as to what's good and what's not good. Same thing for comics. But like that connection that you have with people through your art and how it makes them feel and the storytelling behind your art, that's what you need to focus on as an artist. And that gets exciting to me. You can maybe even hear in my voice a little bit, but I'm excited when I see artists really breaking through with storytelling. I'm like, I want to know about you. I want to know about where you're from, what tools are you using, but also what's inspiring you, like what's making you want to get up every day and work on painting. That's my advice for someone in the 30s trying to make it as a painter. And I think once you start putting out storytelling like that and you're connecting with humans on a different level, they're just going to want to support you. You're going to find your true fans. They're going to be like, I like this guy. There's the artists that I help support or that I'm fans of are just graphic designers and illustrators. But the reason I really like them is because of their stories. And, I'm a big fan of Aaron Draplin and Peter McKinnon. It's their character that matters the most to me. wrong. That's just me. That's just me. All right. We're going to start inking those up. Let's just start doing that right now. I'm going to ink these top 2 panels. Fade these out. We'll just get rid of that completely. Hope you guys are, if you're liking the comic, you're liking the stream, head over to the Instagram channel. Make sure that you like the post on VeeFriends. And drop a comment in there about, have you ever, like, let's today, has that ever happened to you? Have you ever gotten your card declined? This is today's comic here. Fox is trying to buy sunglasses, and his card got declined. How embarrassing is that? Has that ever happened to you? You can go drop your... He doesn't want to wear these glasses. I'm also probably going to need to grab this out just because. Copy all. Throw that over here for later. Then what I do is I actually make the balloons on a different layer in case we want to chop things, and you know, trying to think of the future too. Like if we, I don't know, you know, there's animators working on some of the comics. You can see the animations over on the Instagram and on the TikTok. And, thanks for watching. Let's take one little quick break here to reset the stream. VeeFriends is over 280 characters created by Gary Vaynerchuk. Gary has a new children's book. It's his first children's book, Meet Me in the Middle, coming out July 18th. Let's see if that, oh, let's go to Amazon. I want you to order that on Amazon. Pre-order it now. Meet Me in the Middle. It actually flips, like one side flips. So it's telling the story one way and the other story the other way. It's kind of pretty cool. Check that out. And over here on the VeeFriends.com website, you can go to Comic Corner. I'm DJ Coffman. I am the artist here at VeeFriends. It's coffee, comics, talking about Flex and Fox this week, and the entire comic archive is over there on VeeFriends.com. And we also have these cool minis. So I'm going to open up one of those right now. They're kind of pencil toppers. And I'm opening season 1 right now. Because as you can see, season 1, our boy Flex and Fox is in season 1. So I'd love to try to pull more foxes. I already pulled a bubblegum fox today. Smells like bubblegum. Thanks again to the Chase, the minis team, sending these over. Very fun. And I send these out too, and I hand them out to people. Look at that. We got an emerald fox today. Is that what we call it, right? It's the emerald version? Yeah. So it's pretty, you know, common, but I'm going to set them up there. Alright, so we pulled a bubblegum fox, a emerald fox. Alright, let's just do one more. Alright, let's do it. Let's do it right now, because I'm like excited. If we keep pulling foxes, we'll just keep going. What do we we got? Another Emerald Fox. I said we'd keep going. Shoot. Alright, another Emerald Fox. How weird is that I'm pulling all the foxes on them? Alright, one more. Let's just do one more. And then we'll save one till the end of the stream. Alright. I'm looking for a detailed fox. I already have one. I'll show you in a minute. Alrighty. Alright, that's a bubblegum driven dragon. Alright, that stops this for now. They're the most common, you know, like the. So we're gonna save that one. We open 5 per stream. You know, just a rule I've set for myself. We're looking for foxes today. Anyways, back to drawing comics. I draw the balloons up on their own layer. Every time I'm drawing these, some people will say, well, why don't you just use like an ellipse tool or something like that? But I like to hand draw the balloons. For a couple different reasons. Number one, it looks more organic, more hand drawn. And number two, it keeps your hand steady. Kind of like an exercise, almost. Someone asked what I'm drawing in. I think you mean like what program am I drawing in? This is Procreate on an iPad Pro. The last version of the iPad Pro, I guess. It's not the new iPad Pro. Thanks for hanging out. Hope you're having a chill day. If you're new to VeeFriends, let me know in the chat. If you're not new to VeeFriends and you're there hanging out, let me know what your favorite VeeFriend is and why. Not just like, hey, I like the fox. Tell me why you like the character, if you would. And I like to talk about the characters too, so, or the traits, you know. This week I guess we're talking about, you know, the topic of Flex and Fox could be about insecurity, but it could also be about boosting self-confidence. So there's two sides to that. You know, Fox can help you feel a little bit more confident without being too cocky. Nobody likes a jerk, you know. Feeling confident enough to not care what anyone else thinks, but balancing that because you don't want to be a jerk. You know, you don't want to care what people think, but you also shouldn't be a jerk. You gotta be self-aware and realize that you might be hurting people's feelings or coming off that way. Right? Yeah, I pulled 3 foxes out of those minis today. I'm only opening season 1 because Then I'll even just kind of grab this and fill those in. White real fast. Hey, thanks for that. Good work. Appreciate that. Hope you're all having a chill day with whatever you're doing. A lot of people are working. See a couple people said they were off for the summer. I think maybe you might be in college then or school. Wall Street Pappy, what's up? Poppy? Wall Street Poppy, sorry man. What's up? How's it going? How did you color drop like that? Oh. You could just, well, let me just undo it. You can grab the I don't know if you can see it, yeah. You can just grab and drag it directly over. Or you can go like this, change the color up. Say I want it to be blue. And I can do continue filling, and then I could just like tap, 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 tap. Right, or change it to white, tap. It's pretty fast. That. Right. Yeah, if you're new to VeeFriends, let me know, and if you are not, let me know what your favorite VeeFriend is and why. If you told me before, you don't have to tell me again. I'll probably remember though. Dog Mama likes the bulldog. I am feeling better. Someone asked if I'm feeling better. I've been, listen, I'm not trying to be like a hard ass or anything like that. But when I say like, it's part of the job, when you're a daily cartoonist or comic artist or anything like that, unless I'm totally, I'm talking, can't breathe, headaches or whatever, totally debilitating, I'm going to be drawing because, it makes me feel better. So doing the work makes me feel better. Had a couple of people say when I was sick, hey, why don't you take it easy and rest? Just, hey man, you should sleep. And I'm like, yeah, I appreciate that, but to me, it actually feels better to be doing something, if that makes sense. And that makes me feel better, keeps my mind off of being sick. Of course I take care of myself, you don't have to worry about that. But I appreciate people messaging me and I don't talk about it too much. If you see that I'm not on a stream, it's either because of some other busyness, or I've got a cold. I didn't want to. The reason I wasn't streaming as much is because I like to talk, of course, when I'm drawing like this, and nobody wants to hear me coughing, It's annoying. But yeah, one of the things I wouldn't say pride myself on, but being a daily comic strip, you got to show up. There's days, there's good days, there's bad days, and comic has to keep moving, I'm sure we will take days off occasionally, but there's no holidays or anything like that. Sure, I'm taking it easy. Like, don't worry. I'm definitely doing things in my life besides drawing nonstop. It's not like that. It's a job. I treat it like a job. It's not just a hobby or something like that. You know, take it very seriously. Tanya, sort of new to VeeFriends, watched a few live a few months ago, and you were discussing how you keep your vibes stay motivated. I watched one live a few months ago. Okay, yeah. Yeah, I'm always trying to keep a good spirit. Hey, we're human beings, you know? You're gonna have bad days. Like, I think that's another part of, if I gotta tie it back to what we're talking about this week with Flex and Fox. You know, there's a tendency to want to like make fun of these people that are like, oh, look at this guy and his fancy chain and whatever, and oh, he thinks he's so fancy. But there's also something to be said about, you know, that boost of confidence that can like propel you through a bad day, or, you know, maybe it's a tough moment, you've had a tough week, you know, or you've made an accomplishment. You should celebrate it a little bit, even if you can't afford it. that might seem like some like bad advice too, like go spend money you don't have, you know, like, but I don't know, you know, what's the reality is that everybody's done that. Don't take it too much, don't do it too much, but go ahead and enjoy life a little bit. You know, you're working hard towards what you're doing, and you deserve to give yourself a pat on the back occasionally, but then get back to work, you know, like you gotta stick with it. You can't just rest in your laurels or whatever they say. But it's okay to stop and celebrate occasionally, if that makes sense. My dog Mama says my boyfriend says we can't take it with us when we go. Yo, what's up? Kato, TikTok, what's up? You can't take it with you when you go. You don't want to leave behind a bunch of crap for other people to deal with, for sure. I like the Tim Ferriss, you know, if you're familiar with Tim Ferriss' podcast, his books, The 4-Hour Workweek and all that. Tim Ferriss, one of the things that I took away from that, you know, like, I don't know, that say what you will, it's smart stuff. 4-Hour Workweek, this is the 4-Hour Workweek. I think the big takeaway from that book for me, or that lifestyle, would be that he takes these like mini vacations when he's young, because he knows like you could be saving for retirement your whole life and like never go enjoy a trip, or, you know, he takes these like mini hiatuses. I like that idea. I think if you're in a corporate life or an entrepreneur life of some kind that's stable, you should definitely go do that. You should go get those experiences in while you're young and healthy, because like, I don't know, you know, when you wait till you're old to finally go do those things, you might not make it that long. Hopefully you do, but man, you know, the reality is that you gotta enjoy life now as much as you can within your means, without hurting anybody, or you know. If that makes any kind of sense. I don't know. I'm just talking out loud while I'm drawing here. This is the VeeFriends Daily Comic Strip. It comes out Monday through Sunday. I'm also liking, let's take a look at that Sunday comic. Let's talk about that. You know, Sundays, you might have missed it, but Sundays we do the bigger comics. And they're kind of like double comics, but last week was Chill Chinchilla week. And I really wanted to focus on this, that this is from the American Psychological Association. There was a study that workplace stress, whatever, but that kind of stress is impacting your mental health because of these things that you carry. So I kind of visualize that as like these balloons kind of like dragging you along, and you're afraid to let go, all that stuff. So it's like, you know, sometimes we're going to get a little deep. I don't want to be preachy. I don't want to be whatever, but like, I feel like if this is a fun way to talk about stress and the feelings that you might be having, and thinking about Chill Chinchilla, like chilling out, like saying, hey man, I'm gonna help you cut this away. And like, you know, letting go of that stuff. You think that it's gonna be the worst, right? You think you're gonna fall. It's all gonna be over, right? But it's good to like let that all out and leave it go. And then when you realize you didn't fall, you feel so much lighter. It could also be like if you get laid off from a job, or it's like the worst thing ever, but then suddenly you feel like this, like, oh, you know, now I can, it's stressful in the moment, but it's like you're glad that it happened at some point. And then you find your true self. So yeah, anyways, Daily Comic Strip comes out every day. And on Sundays we get a little bit bigger. This week we're doing Flex and Fox. He's struggling, you know. He's lost his Riz. This kid stole it. He's looking kind of like Liberace or something there. That's fun. Yeah, hopefully, you know, I'm always telling people, especially the person that asked about being a painter, I hope that everybody can find something that they enjoy doing besides just working for a living, working for other people. I hope you have something that you can vibe into, you know, like, I just made vibe an action verb. Just vibe into it. Just like snap into it. Hopefully you have something like, because that's how I feel about, you know, writing and drawing and doing character stuff, making comics, character development, writing stories. That's how I feel about that. It's like I wake up and I'm excited to think about different stories and characters and things. I don't think there's been a day that I wake up going like, oh, gotta do this again. What do they call those? The Sunday scaries, where you don't want to wake up and go to work on Monday. You gotta get rid of that. You know, maybe it's just family and friends. Like maybe it's just spending more time with your homies and stuff. But it doesn't have to be. Not everybody's gonna be an entrepreneur. You know, like it's or want to start a business. Like it's some hard work, you know, to do that. Yeah, for sure. How long have I been drawing? I've been drawing forever. 1,000 years. 1,888 years. That's almost 2,000 years. That's how long I've been drawing. No, I've been drawing a long time. when people ask me how long I've been drawing, I go, well, I think what you're really asking is like, how long have I been drawing that I felt like it was good? Because I mean, I've been drawing my whole life. I'm 48, so you know, some of my first memories are drawing like when I was 5. I learned to draw a pretty mean Garfield. I could draw Garfield over and over again and some of the comic strip characters. But, you know, when I was 16 or something and I thought I was some hot shit, I was not. I was not ready to be a professional or anything. So, I'd say probably not till 1998. So I'm going to say 25 years of being decent, enough to get paying work. And then lately, you know, drawing every day. I'm shaking this camera a lot. What am I doing? Oh, this is like this whole lamp is bouncing. Sorry. Not an earthquake. It's just me shaking that lamp. But yeah, been drawing a long time, so I kind of repeat myself, but there's new people listening too at the time, so I'm gonna, if you want to know about me, I always wanted to draw comics, and that's what I'm doing. Some of my teachers, one of my art teachers, who was kind of a jerk, told my parents that I had cartoon tunnel vision, and in the sense that I would never make it. That's all he thinks about is cartoons. It's cartoon tunnel vision. And I'm like, yeah? And? So what? That's what I'm gonna do. I leaned into that. That made me mad when I was a teenager. I was like, I'll show you. Show you, jerk. That was a long time ago. I graduated in 94. Oof. Wow. Too long ago. 30 years ago. Jeez. Different time, but yeah. I would say I don't want to get down on teachers. I think most teachers are good, but that was just not called for. To have what we should do is identify when a kid is passionate about something, and then go like, "Hey, your kid's really interested in this thing." And I found some colleges that focus on this. That would have been a better move than like your kid has cartoon tunnel vision. He'll never make it in comics. Why would you ever tell a kid that? It makes me frustrated as an adult because I realize I didn't care, but how many people have been affected by some adult telling them that they couldn't do that thing that they wanted to do. It bothers me. So I'm here to tell you, shoot for the moon. Hey Daniel, what's up? How are you? Hope you're enjoying your Tuesday, chilling out. Everybody's on social media escaping, you know? Escapism. Escaping from your day job, escaping from your whatever. It's not always negative. It could just be like, I need a break. So a lot of people say they watch the stream and like, this is super chill. I appreciate that. I'm just drawing the comics here, and thinking about these characters and these traits, and hopefully you like it. And I mean, like, not just like go like I approve. I hope you go hit the like button, comment on the comics, let us know what you think on the comic comments and stuff like that, because there's other people reading. We're really building a nice little community around these conversations, about these topics. So if we're talking about insecurity this week, or imposter syndrome, kind of stuff. I miss being alive. That's cool. Thank you. Dog Mama said she showed 2 of her friends, VeeFriends, last week. It's like such a cool, we saw a comment or someone shared the stories. We love it when you share the stories over on Instagram, like when you share the comics and add a little note from yourself, like from your own point of view. And someone shared the Sunday comic and said, the more I read, or the more I see the comics, like the more I see this stuff, the more I believe that my life is in my own hands. And I'm like, that's it. That's what's up. Because if that's you're saying that, if you're like, the more I read this stuff, the more I actually believe that we can be happy or change our lives and stuff. That's cool, because otherwise you're saying that, like, it's not in your hands and you can't make a change, and that sucks. That's not true. What made you think that? Life in general can kind of throw that crap at you, So at least with VeeFriends, if you hang out with a bunch of VeeFriends crew, even if it's not like a cartoonist or whatever, but if you're hanging out with any of the staff, I'm going to tell you, come hang out with us at Kansas City Collecticon, June 22nd, 23rd, Saturday, Sunday. I'll be there drawing some VeeFriends. You know who else is going to be there? Chuck Norris and Darth Maul and Super Mario and some Power Rangers and some anime characters and One Piece. One Piece. One Piece will be there. Characters from One Piece. I can't think of his name right now. Oh. My manga skills are waning. Ray Park, he got ripped. He's a really nice guy. Met him before. Tech 9 will be there doing some live performances. I'm gonna do some comics stuff from the stage, I think, and we're doing Scribble Challenge, we'll have little activities at the booth. But yeah, it's gonna be fun. If you're in Kansas City, let me know. DM me. Let's get some barbecue or have a beer or something. I don't know. Let's do that. I'll draw you something. If you say that I told you I would, then I'll draw you something. Changed up my background music. I put some more different songs in there. So yeah, hopefully we'll see you guys out there, Dog Mama, on the road sometime in the future. We're gonna do some more shows. This is the first year that we're really kind of getting out. Besides, I know we do the national, card show and that, but exploring doing some different Comic Cons and things. Getting out on the road. anyways, we're just getting started. Got a lot, big, long way to go. Long way to go. Been on this kick lately too, thinking about nostalgia and like the word nostalgia, and like my other friend Dan runs this brand. Can't think of the name of it right now. Toy something, but anyways, he does like toy reviews. He's an adult, and he was in this big article this week about how adults have become the #1 toy buyers, and he's totally featured in this article. I've known him for a long time, and but he's talking about nostalgia and all that, and I'm like, the more I really explore that topic of nostalgia, I'm like, it usually comes down to you're nostalgic for the things that were around when you were about 8 years old, you know, preteen. So like I like G.I. Joe and He-Man and, you know, all that 80s stuff. So I love a show like Stranger Things. Got me, you know, like I grew up in those times. I was on my bike. We were fighting monsters. Like but nostalgia usually comes like when you're that inner 8-year-old, that inner kid that's like longing for that time, you know, that good time or whatever. Yeah, Dog Mama said my buddy doll sparks a memory. Everybody wants to go back to that, like that place where they felt safe, or that place that they felt happy, because now you're like stuck in this job or whatever, you're not happy, or maybe you're like, you say you're happy, but like deep down you're like not feeling it. So you're like, I gotta go watch some cartoons, you know, play this video game. There's nothing wrong with that. I'm not saying it in like a negative way. I'm just saying that it's interesting to me. Nostalgia. It's one of the first things I usually ask people if I'm like getting to know somebody, or, you know, we're having casual conversation. I usually ask, like, what did you want to be when you grew up? Like when you were 8 years old, did you want to be an astronaut, race car driver, musician, artist, breakdancer? What's up? That's a question for you if you're listening. When you were 8 years old, was there something that you wanted to do or be? I'm curious. Oh, first cough of the day. All right, good. Good. The last coughs of the sickness out of me. I'm feeling so much better, so much better, so much more energy now. That was what last week was like. My energy was super down. Just wanted to sleep, you know. Just wanted to sleep. Hi Junebug, what's up? We're on TikTok. How's it going? I know people are popping in and out over on TikTok. Appreciate you guys watching. This is the daily comic strip from VeeFriends. If you're not familiar with VeeFriends, it is 280 characters created by Gary Vaynerchuk. Got a new children's book coming out July 16th. We've got the trading cards. We got all kinds of stuff. This is the comic, the daily comic strip. Today's comic strip. Fox is dying. Broken off brand. I'm drawing the daily comic strip Monday through Sunday. I'm DJ. Hit me. It's me. This is what I look like. Having some coffee. Let's open up this guy. We've been trying to pull foxes out because it's Flex and Fox week. So I'm opening season 1 of these minis. Oh, looks like we got a bubble gum Slay and Slug. Put him up there with Driven Dragon. Someone asked what these characters were. What is this? That's Patient Panda, Wolful Wizard, Empathy Elephant, Flex and Fox, Slayin' Slug, Driven Dragon, Flex and Fox. There's over 280 characters with different traits that you can vibe with. Some of the traits have to play off each other, you know. That's why they're the VeeFriends. Like, you need a friend that's gonna bring you back from feeling insecure, feeling impatient. Gonna need that Patient Panda. Boy, I think of Patient Panda all the time. If I'm stuck in a situation at the airport or at a restaurant or something like that, I'm just gonna be a Patient Panda. It'll all work out. Just picture my friends being like super annoyed with me when I say that. Like, well, guys, I guess we're just gonna have to be Patient Pandas. Yeah, DJ, we got it. Like, you know. I'm gonna be the annoying VeeFriend guy. Where like every situation I'll be like, you know, here's what Empathy Elephant would do. DJ, what do you think about this? Like, well, let me tell you what my friend Slay and Slug would do in this moment. Gosh, stop it. No, stop talking about VeeFriends. We don't care. Just stop talking about it. Don't mention fictional characters at dinner. Be like, hey, don't you tell me what to do. I got cartoon tunnel vision. It's true. It's only funny because it's true. I can't even imagine talking to my barber about this stuff. I will at some point. He doesn't know what I'm doing yet. He knows I draw comics, but like, DJ, what's your comic about? Oh, no. He's like an old school barber. It's like, oh, you know, it's soft skills and traits that make you a better human being. I'd be curious to hear my barber's take on a lot of this stuff. There's some old school, really, really old school guys in there. Oh boy. Shout out Art's Barbershop, Greensburg, Pennsylvania. Best haircuts. Yeah, well, Dog Mama, I'm glad you asked. DJ, what's your comic about? Well, let me tell you. It's over 280 characters created by Gary Vaynerchuk with these skills that we all need to think, that we all need to dwell on a little bit more. Could you imagine living in a world where people gave a shit about each other? That's what VeeFriends is about. Like, really cared about each other, not just flexing. Could you imagine a world where people weren't insecure? Could talk about their feelings for a minute. Imagine that. How good would that be? Making good headway there. Let's go ahead and switch back to some penciling. We're gonna have this kid. In this case, he's taking off the getup that he's wearing. Darken that up. You get that a lot. Someone asks why I draw in red. I need a quicker explanation. There's a deeper explanation, and a quicker explanation is just because it looks cool. It looks neat. Good morning, Michelle. What's up? Flexing Fox this week. That's right. Okay, so you can see that I've got the gesture in here. So and also like this part, he's taking his coat off over here. Let me draw this again. Appreciate you watching, hanging out for a minute. Yeah, there's a sketch layer underneath. There's a pencil layer on top of that. I fade it out a little bit, if that makes sense. Probably gonna need to turn off the to be taken off the with cartoons, it's like with comic strips, you got only so many panels, so if I want to show him taking off the coat, I kind of just need to have like one arm totally bare of the coat. He's no longer wearing the glasses. I'll be back to the normal kid self here. have his normal haircut back, so it's kind of like a Justin Bieber thing going on, I guess. Yep. Good morning. Thanks for watching. Somebody asked how do I memorize the characters over and over again? How do I draw the characters over and over again? I think it's just practice, you know? If I really had to think about it, I guess I have to kind of, you know, absorb the character a little bit in my mind so that I can draw them from different angles and whatnot. And sometimes that's challenging. You know, I'll get an angle wrong, or the body will be a little weird. So that's part of this process here, is sketching out before I ink. Giving the glasses back. Also figuring out, like, I know what he's saying here, so like figuring out what the expression is on his face. If it's matter of fact. In this case it is. He's kind of giving like a little fact, giving the haircut there. Fox's hand coming across to pick up those glasses. It's even just like the hand, the casual hand gesture, the thumbs behind there, like that. Slouching down again. Sit up straight. Era. LFG VeeFriends. That's right. VCon's coming up. Less than 55 days away. I'll see you out there. See you at VCon. What's VCon? Well, alright, I'm gonna dive into that real quick. VCon. Tickets are available now. This is in Los Angeles, August 9th through 11th. Just like this video says, it's unlike any other show. There's like all the movers and shakers and famous people, but also like a lot of like people you might not know their names, but like they're super informative as far as like different topics. Entrepreneurship. The biggest TikToker in the world is going to be there. Howie Mandel is going to be there. Kind of want to meet Howie. Well, there you go. Why would you go? Non-stop speakers, business development, networking, events, entertainment. We'll have Friends Fest outside like all week. I think there's even some open to the public Friends Fest, maybe on Sunday. I'm not sure. So you can like come outside and check it out. But yeah, VeeFriends.com for all the information. VeeFriends.com has everything that you need to get to all those things. Also, the comics are on there. Trading cards, minis. All the character profiles are here too if you want to explore the characters. There's over 280 of them. Kind of look through. We got the Moonbug show coming out, animated show coming out in the fall. That's exciting. You got a comic book coming out, daily comic, all kinds of stuff. There's some things going on that we can't talk about. Those are just the things that I can talk about. You know, exciting stuff. VeeFriends is an interesting thing to work on for sure. Hey Joe, I will see you at VeeCon. Oh, birthday, Dog Mama's birthday is 8/11. You got to get out there. I think the headliner's on. I can't say the headliner right now, but you'll know soon enough. Maybe this week, I don't know. All I'll say is, like, I think like the ticket prices are pretty affordable, I think, for a nice little trip. You only live once. Oh, wait, I'm drawing the wrong glasses on. I'm not going to draw the goofy glasses. Big. It's definitely worth it. If there was anything I would say, like, to flex on, or, you know, I'm not encouraging people to spend any money they don't have, but man, you know, there's this show and there's Vid Summit. Those are two shows that I really enjoy as a creator, but for the vibes mostly. You know, you're gonna learn a lot of stuff, you're gonna meet a lot of cool people, but the energy that you're going to take back to your day-to-day life is just going to be, it'll change your world, you know. Totally a good investment. A good investment. I guess that's any kind of AJ said that meeting I was in should have been an email. I'm glad you're still here. Appreciate you. Appreciate that. AJ sending all the gifts over on TikTok, man. Thank you. Appreciate that. Yeah, we'll be doing some stuff, Michelle, out there. I don't have the details, but we're going to be doing some comic stuff out there at Friends Fest. I don't have the actual schedule or details, but yeah, there will be definitely something going on during Friends Fest. I will be there and talking to them this weekend, actually. The events team. We'll be out at Kansas City Collecticon. I'll have a panel there about the future of comics and, you know, kind of showing the behind the scenes of how we make comics here at VeeFriends and what the future might hold for VeeFriends Comics in general. Yeah, definitely trying to keep it innovative, old school but innovative. That's kind of my vibe. Not afraid to use the new tools and explore with everybody. Michelle, will you be there? If you're still listening, I imagine you'll be there. So I'll meet you there. I might not recognize everybody's face, so you'll have to come up and tell me who you are. I'm sure you probably have your face painted. The Kansas City Con is this weekend. Where'd it go? Oh, here it is. Kansas City Convention Center, June 22nd through the 23rd. The VeeFriends will have a big booth there. I'll be there. Corso will be there. May's going to be there. Maylin, Todd, little crew of people from VeeFriends will have the big booth there. I'll be drawing live all weekend, doing some demonstrations, some fun stuff there, giving away some things, selling some things. Collecticon. Yep. I'll be hanging out with Chuck Norris and Darth Maul. That's my homies. And One Piece guy. And Super Mario and the Power Rangers. Happy to support. One day you'll have a coffee on me. Appreciate it. Appreciate that, AJ. We got 2,000 something likes over there on TikTok. Thanks. Appreciate that. Almost 3,000 likes. I'll probably be up to over 3,000. Super cool. Hey, D. Coleman, what's up? Just over here drawing me. This kid looks like Ric Flair, not him. I said Liberace earlier, but like he's giving me Ric Flair vibes. Woo! Did not like Ric Flair when I was a kid. I appreciate him more now. Man, I just did not like Ric Flair. I liked other heels in wrestling, but not Ric Flair. Just was like, man, screw this dude. Somebody beat him up. Appreciate it now. Appreciate it when I'm older. Yeah, I'm working on the VeeFriends comic strip here at VeeFriends Daily Comic Strip. Up too. Let's just keep going for a little while. I don't think I have any other meetings or anything. Let's see. Make sure nothing popped into my... Okay. Let's keep going. else jumping around stream to stream? What's up? Hello over on TikTok. Yeah, this week we're talking, kind of exploring a little bit about Flex and Fox. I guess the topics are kind of like insecurity, self-confidence. How do you build that? Flex and Fox would tell you, hey man, just wear your best, find something that's going to give you that boost of quick energy, to give you that confidence to kind of hit that work or stage or whatever you're doing. But it only lasts temporarily. It's not like it's like one of those mushrooms in Mario's, or like the star in Mario, where you're only superhuman for like a minute or seconds. Take off these words. D. Coleman's a new good friend of yours, new to VeeFriends. What's up, Coleman? AJ makes some killer rugs. What do you do for a living or hobby, or tell us about yourself a little bit. I check the chat. I look up and check the chat occasionally. I'm gonna pop open one more of these. Let's see if I got another season 1 in here. It's a season 2. That's a season 2. This is a season 1, right? Yeah. Wait a minute. These ones were hiding. Was hiding over there. I'm gonna grab that one. We're gonna open up these real quick. We're trying to find a Flex and Fox today. Digital art, watercolor, acrylic, awesome, man. Alright, we got the Bubblegum Gratitude Gorilla. And then, where's that other one? It ran away. Okay, there we go. Let's open this one real quick. And this will be it for the openings. I opened way more than 5 today. It's addicting. Because I want to find a Flex and Fox, But a detailed one. Hey, we got a detailed Gratitude Gorilla, though. I don't have one of him. Great. That's a rare one. Good. Those are fun to open. If you have art on your channel, I'll check it out after the stream, maybe. Coleman. I do all kinds of, well, currently, just the VeeFriends Comics strip. But I've done all kinds of digital art, science fiction stuff, superheroes, done it all. A lot of pop culture art, cartoons. I run the for artists out there. I run the Draw or Die Company. So I've got a YouTube channel there, Daily Drawing Club, some merch. Sketching ain't easy. Got that. That's to kind of keep. I got my notebooks, little drawing books. I don't have any on my desk, do I? What's going on? Got these little notebooks. I don't really plug it too much. It's not really. It's just kind of there. It's a side brand that I do to encourage artists out there. So if you're interested in checking out that YouTube channel, there's some cool stuff there for artists specifically. Cool. I'll try to check out one of your streams. Cool. Tuesday and Wednesday. 5 Pacific time. That's 8 o'clock here. Yeah, that's good timing because I won't be, any meetings or anything like that too. Appreciate all the questions about VeeFriends and VCon and stuff like that today. So VCon is not what I was just talking about. Sorry. We'll do this real quick again. VCon is vcon.co. It's Gary's main convention, VeeFriends main convention too. But there's speakers, all kinds of speakers. This year it's in Los Angeles, August 9th through 11th. Tickets are available now. There's a little process you got to go through to get the tickets. They're pretty affordable. They're about $100, something like that. But it is a conference like none other, that's for sure. You're going to meet so many awesome people there. The VeeFriends community will be there in force. If you don't know what VeeFriends is, VeeFriends.com. We've got the trading card game. We've got the minis. Gary's got a new children's book coming out, the very first VeeFriends children's book, Meet Me in the Middle. And I'm drawing the comics, so Comic Corner has all of the archives of the daily comic strips there. Appreciate you guys looking through. Comment, let me know what you think. You're in California? Are you in Southern California, man? I used to live in Southern California. I lived down in Palm Springs, Desert Hot Springs, out in the desert. It's a good show. There's going to be all kinds of creators there too, roaming around. I won't say like come meet famous people, but there's going to be definitely some famous. You never know who you're going to meet at VCon, because there's a lot of, there's a lot of top creators that also collect. They know Gary and they collect VeeFriends. So you never know who might show up there. Because when they something you might not know, especially you don't know if you're new to VeeFriends, but when the digital art, the NFTs first came out, that was the utility of them, was it's a ticket to the next 3 years of VCon. So this is year 3. So people that are holders of those original NFTs have tickets. And those are expensive. Like some of those NFTs cost, we're calling them digital collectibles now, but the NFTs, will sell for quite a bit of money. And the people that hold on to them, they're kind of like the gold star of the first collectibles that were put out. Now, of course, we've got all these physical things too, toys and whatnot, but it's kind of like a badge of clout or whatever that the NFT holders have, and You know, I think Mr. Beast bought a bunch of them. Logan Paul has a bunch of them. Like, so these guys have instant ticket. Look at this short. I don't like that. Alright, I'm gonna fix this. I don't like how short his legs are. I'm gonna fix it. Stretch him out a little bit. Just enough. A little too stumpy. A little too stumpy there. That's the beauty of digital art. Go in there. Fix it up. What is a good comic panel for a beginner? I don't know exactly what you mean. Oh, where am I? Okay, there we go. Yeah, Logan Paul's a big collector. There's all kinds of little get-togethers too that'll happen. I stumbled into so many last year. I wasn't even really part of it. I wasn't a part of the VeeFriends crew at all. I got a ticket, went to VCon, kind of on a whim. Hung out, got invited into like some cool brunches and like I was in the spec brunch, so I wasn't even a holder of the NFT. Just kind of got in there, but met a bunch of awesome people and walked away from that show with quite a vibe. Still not thinking I would ever be working there, you know, for VeeFriends, but that's the way the universe went, man. So good. So weird sometimes, the way things are connected and kind of just happen. I just roll with it. Tweeter Comics, hello, it's been a while. Yeah, I've been sick. I was sick for like a week. Had a really bad cold. Do I only use Procreate or do I use a vector program for printing? I only use Procreate and I'm just drawing in like a pretty high resolution, I think like 300 dpi to scale. So if I had to vectorize, I'd just use Illustrator or something like that, but for the most part I draw in Procreate. Couple more minutes. We'll ink this up. Oh, wrong panel. Where am I at here? Wrong layer. Yeah, it is a good feeling. How everything works, calls the universe. Yeah. I'm reading a book right now called The Tools from a psychologist named Phil Stutz. You might have seen the Netflix documentary Stutz. It's really good. And I'm finding that things I already think about are in that book. And it kind of gives you some tools for navigating life. And it's things I already kind of do. But in that book, the reason I'm bringing it up is it talks about higher forces. So there's a crew of psychologists that are like, they don't say God and they don't say whatever. They're just like, it's a higher power. It's like a higher force that happens when you start to put yourself out there, when you start to have intentional action. Things just start to move in your direction. Kind of, it feels like in your favor. And it can feel quite magical, Some people say manifest, whatever, but I think it's more like there is energy that's connected. You're drawn to the energy that you're looking for. So if you're looking for negative energy out there, you're gonna find it. But if you're like seeking a more positive vibe, then you're gonna find things like VeeFriends and me and Gary and the crew here. And how do we amplify that, make that even louder? So keep growing the VeeFriends community. The fun thing is that what I'm drawing right now is going to be covered up with a big giant balloon, but I'm just drawing through because I want to do that. Appreciate you guys commenting on the comics out there, especially on Instagram. If you want to go to the Instagram and drop a comment and say you watched today's stream, that'd be great. Sometime today. It's always nice for the team. Well, for me too, I like to see the comments, and I see the comment section as an opportunity to have a conversation with everybody about a topic. So if we're talking about insecurity, or today the credit card declining, tell a story of like, how do you feel when that happens to you, It happened to me this week as well. I went to go buy some sandwiches, and the card declined. Then I went to go get some groceries and the card declined, and I'm like, what is going on? Like, why is this card not working? I figured it was just like a defective card. But then the bank called me on Sunday and they were like, hey, we put a hold on your card because of suspicious activity in your area. And I'm like, what? Thanks? It's kind of embarrassing when your card doesn't work. But then again, I appreciate that they stopped it, because I don't want to wake up to like being completely scammed or something like that. But different perspective now. Things. That always sucks when there's so many credit card scams out there, stuff like that. I hate you gotta wait a few days, to get your card. It's terrible. One time I had a credit card situation where someone got my credit card number with like some kind of swiper or something like that. And, you're mad at first and you're like, wow, I can't believe they're charging things to my card. And then I looked and seen what they were charging and they were buying groceries. And I felt bad. I was like, oh man, okay. I wasn't mad anymore because I'm like, man, if you had to steal to get food, I just wanted to extend a lot of gratitude out that I don't have to worry about that, but also like just send some sort of good energy out to the people that are struggling. If you're that desperate, nobody should be that desperate, especially not here in the United States. I mean, that's some rough stuff. They're literally buying groceries. Some places you can't even pay with cash anymore. It's like card only. More and more. I got to hear all about that. I hear about all the conspiracy theories at my barbershop. And it made me feel like, oh man, I gotta carry cash on me because, the small businesses, it's better for small businesses to get cash, and they explain why. And I was like, oh man, I feel bad now when I tip things that are not cash for a lot of reasons. But it's hard to just carry cash around all the time. I was like, I don't really go spend a lot of money, so it's weird to have money in my wallet. It's all in the bank. I don't want to derail into a conspiracy talk, but I think it's more for me. I'm like, it's just more convenient to have everything digital. Even as simple as like getting on the subway or buying something with like Apple Pay. I guess the convenience comes with the price, and people can easily steal your information. Alright, I think we're going to call this a stream. Been going for a couple hours. 2 hours. Great. Thanks for watching. I appreciate you guys tuning in. I'm going to go take a small break. Get back to it. I'll talk to you. I'll be back on Thursday. Thursday... 8:30 a.m. EST. Next stream. I will be there. Woohoo. Have a great day, everybody. We'll see you soon.